Hello folks and welcome. We are the Tabletop Gaming Guild and we are all about the experiences and memories that board games with friends and family can create. Today we have gathered to play Mechs and Minions.
So if you haven't heard of Mechs vs. Minions, Mechs vs. Minions is about 6 years old now, which by board gaming standards, that's a fairly old game. But basically, it's a light campaign game with very legacy-like elements where you're going from scenario to scenario, and each scenario is going to have you open up a packet, get you new cards, introduce a few new rules and new mechanics. But it's very light on the new rules part of it. It's actually closer akin to a video game tutorial, the way it leads you through the game. The core mechanic of this game is program movement. So we're going to be drawing cards from the deck. I'll shuffle this real quick and we'll just deal 5 just to see. So we're going to actually draft these cards, but it's cooperative. So you kind of have to think what you need versus what other people might need. And when you draft a card, like say for example I draft this card, it's going to slot into my program here. And after we draft, we would then run our program, and the program always goes from left to right. You have to do every card in your program. So as the game progresses, you're going to be adding more cards to this. You can put cards on top of other ones. However, if it's a different symbol in the top left, you are replacing the whole stack. If it is the same symbol, so for example, if I had this electric one down and I put another electric, the new one goes on top, and you've actually powered up the new card. So because I have 2 in the stack, if you look at the card, it says normally I'd move 1 or 2 spaces. In this case, with a power of 2, I move 2 to 4 spaces. There is a cap of 3 cards in a stack. If you put a 4th card in, the bottom card just goes away, which might be a little tricky with this tabletop simulator, but we'll see how that goes. So one little tip of that will help you out is, like, the first cards I like to put in the middle, so that as the game progresses and I have to like change what I have to do, if I need to make sure I'm moving a certain way, I might need to put some cards earlier to make me move a certain way. So it gives you more flexibility at the beginning if you kind of focus on the middle at first. That is the core mechanic. That's the main thing you have to understand, is that just that program. And then we get into the actual scenario that we are looking at. In this scenario, there is 4 crystal shards on the map. And our objective is just to destroy all 4 crystal shards. We are going to start in... You can put our mechs in one of these 4 places. So I'll just put mine there. Okay, if you guys go another... I'll go there then. So the sequence of play is draft. It actually should be over here if you want to look at it. It's over here. So we're only worrying about the first 3 steps for now. You're going to draft cards, play them into your command, and then execute your command lines in turn order. In a 3-player game, one unique thing in the draft is we're always going to draft all but 1 card, which means one player is going to get 1 extra card. Anything else we need to know right now? Okay, how do you destroy a crystal? Just crystals only take 1 damage. You can damage it by using one of these attack actions, or you can damage it by stepping on it. Now, all the attack actions have a little map showing how they do damage, and a little bit of text. In general, for example, let's look at the Flame Spitter. If you see on the little map on the right, it has the 2 spaces that have 1 on them, 2 that have 2, and then 3 that are 3. It's simple. It's telling you that the 2 1 spaces are the places you would hit if you only have one of these cards, and basically the 2 and 3 is if you have 2 or 3 cards. Any questions so far?
So I'm noticing on the cards there's that section that says scrap. Are we going to go over that here in a little bit?
We don't need to know that yet. I can briefly talk about chain lightning. Chain lightning, I mean, you kind of understand it from what it says, but basically, you can look at the 3 spots directly in front of you, straight in front or to the 2 diagonals. If you use one, you can hit one enemy in those spots, and then it'll chain from there to another enemy that's diagonal from that. If you ever see the words adjacent only refers to orthogonally adjacent, not diagonally. That should be enough to actually start this game. Who wants to be first player?
I think it's got to be you, since you're the only one with experience on this one, right?
Sure. That also means I get an extra card. One of the things that's going to make this challenging for initially is we don't have any cards that allow us to turn, it looks like. But that's okay.
I was worried about that. I only see cards that allow us to go straight ahead or attack. It's like, are there turn cards? There often aren't.
So question, since we all have like forward movement, can you walk off the map?
You cannot walk off the map. If you hit the edge of the map, you just ignore the rest of your movement. If you run into somebody's mech, you just push them. So I am going to take...
Oh, and can we damage each other? So if our program accidentally puts someone into our damage...
Nope, we cannot damage. We just push them out of the way. So I'm going to take this move. I'm going to put it in my second slot. And then, Dan, you can grab a card.
Okay. All right. Well, this is supposed to be cooperative.
Yep.
Evan, did you have your eyes on one in particular or not?
Not really.
Okay. I will leave you the other movement card. And maybe take either Flame Spitter or Chain Lightning. I don't know.
So what's this aimbot do?
It looks like it hits anything within range.
Any one target within one range to start with.
One around you.
Yep. So that's a pretty good one.
So I'm going to take this movement. I think I'm going to follow what you did, Nathan, and put it in my second spot.
By the way, we can start facing whatever direction we want, so that may make a difference too. After that, turning becomes a little bit more challenging. Okay, so my last one I'm going to take... I want Flame Spitter, but it's not that... aimbot is more useful right now. I'm going to put it over here. One thing in this game is pretty much everything just takes one hit to kill it.
No bosses.
There may be secret content.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So now we're gonna take turns doing our program. So I'm basically gonna move forward one because that's the leftmost of my 2 cards, and then I'm gonna hit one target within one range, so I killed this one crystal.
Woot.
Yeah, it starts it off very simple. So now it's Dan's turn.
Alright, so I don't have any movement, so I just fire my Chain Lightning. It doesn't hit anything where I'm at right now.
Right.
And then I'm done. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Then my turn is I got the movement. I can go 1 or 2 spaces. Since I'm pushing you, Dan, would you rather go 1 or 2 spaces?
I guess just 1. Because I can hit this shard from here, but otherwise I can't hit without turning. So, and we haven't seen any turn cards yet. So,
1 sounds good.
Okay.
So I'll move Dan for you. Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
So that was the one round we've completed. Not exciting yet, but we'll see how it goes. Let's deal 5 more cards. Dan, you're first to draw this time.
Okay, so let's see what we got. Another Chain Lightning.
We do have a card that turns now.
There's one rotation card. That seems... Oh, no. There's 2 rotation cards.
And one that allows you to go side to side. The Omni Stomp.
Omni Stomp. Moves 1 space forward. To either side. Interesting.
That might be a good one for you, because then you can sidestep over.
Yep. Did I mention that you can also destroy these crystals by landing on them?
Yes.
Okay. And Dan, keep in mind you're going to get 2 cards this time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, you must turn 90 degrees.
Now that is nice because it doesn't tell you a direction.
Yeah, it doesn't force you to go left or right, at least.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you take this Cyclotron and put it on top of your Chain Lightning, you're now on the 2nd level of that.
1 damage to all diagonal targets within 2 range. I mean, it's very tempting. It's very, very tempting. Maybe I will do that. I'll power this up instead of... Because I always have the option of picking up one of the 2 last cards, too.
So I think I want to get that 90-degree turn.
Okay.
Now the question is, do I want to put it before or after my movement? I think I want to put it before, because then I can dictate kind of which way I'm facing before I move.
That makes the most sense to me.
I'm going to take the Omni Stomp and do it as an upgrade.
I mean, what do you call it? I gotta take the ability to move here, right? I can't just be like a giant ball of lightning and take the Chain Lightning and put it somewhere else on my board, right?
Yeah, and I'm not going to push you this turn.
Well, the extra Chain Lightning is not terribly useful right now for you.
Alright.
The only thing is, if you put that move before
my turn, I have to move, then turn.
Yeah, and you're going to miss everything. Unless you move 2 spaces. No, you can't move 2 spaces with that one.
I do have to move at least 1 space with this, right? I'm sorry. If it's powered up, do I have to move 2 spaces, or can I choose to move?
You have to do 2.
Okay, interesting.
Just as a note, because technically you don't have to place your card until after we've done drafting, you could technically take this Chain Lightning and put it under your Cyclotron.
Oh. That sounds better. You didn't mention the ability to put cards under. I will do that.
You normally can't, but it's the fact that you don't have to actually decide where you're placing until we've drafted everything.
Oh, I see. So I can pick my last card as the last electric card and just make it this stack. So I have a really powered up turn in the middle of my program, but...
Yep. You can face any direction you want. No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, that's fine. That seems fine.
So now you do your command line. Your very long command line of what action?
Well, let's see. I can face any direction and then damage all targets in range. So I can't actually move. I can only change my facing. I'll face in this direction, and then my diagonal attack will just blow away this thing.
Okay. And then Evan?
Alright, so I gotta turn 90 degrees. So... we're going to rotate this way. What's the quick key to rotate?
E or R.
Isn't it Q or E? Q or E, I think.
There it is.
Q or E, that's it.
Alright, then I gotta move forward. I'm gonna move forward 2.
Okay.
Because worst case, I can rotate and walk into that shard.
Yep. Oh, that card goes away, and then we deal 5 more cards. And
You didn't do yours.
oh yeah, that would help. I can do. I move forward 1, and then sideways 2. I gotta turn around. So I'm here.
Okay. And now this is Evan's pick, right? I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then my memory core, we deal 1 extra card.
Oh yes.
We still pick the same number of cards. This just improves the selection.
We pick all but 1 card, if I remember right.
And it's only when I'm the first player, so...
Actually, it says just pick until 4 have been picked in this case.
Okay, so I was correct. We don't actually pick an extra card. It just improves the selection. I kind of want Blaze right before my turn.
I'm thinking about the Chain Lightning, just so I have some damage that I can do directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to stick this here, and then I'll figure out where we're going to put it after we draft.
I like this fuel tank or memory core, but I think I'll go for the fuel tank. Fuel tank is cool because if you're hit, you can explode it instead of taking damage and damage everything around you.
Okay, Evan, I guess you get last pick.
How did you pick?
I picked Blaze.
Okay. I think I might take the other memory core, just for the 90 or 180.
You gonna level up, or are you putting it somewhere else?
I'm going to level up, though, what I have there.
Okay, fair enough.
Then probably going to shove this right here. Actually, I'll put it right there.
Okay. So now it's Evan's turn to do his program.
So I'll rotate 90 degrees, which is right there. Then I move forward 1 or 2 spaces. I'll move forward 1, so that'll take care of the shard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lightning, which doesn't really do much.
Okay, so I turn 90 degrees. And then I move forward 1. And then I can go...
Oh, hexamatic aimbot to hit the diagonal, huh?
Nope, I covered the aimbot, unfortunately, with the Omnistomp.
Oh, you've got Omni Stomp.
I could push Evan out of the back 2 spaces. I don't know if that's gonna... that doesn't really help. I could just go forward 2 spaces. Move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward 2 spaces and be totally useless. I'm gonna just bang into the wall. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
I move 1 space forward, deal damage to my immediate left and right, face any direction. No, I think my current direction's fine. And then my lightning attack, my Cyclotron doesn't do anything.
So I'm first player now. We're back down to 5 cards to draw.
Oh, that Ripsaw is really cool.
Ripsaw. 1 target in the same line at any range. Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm gonna take the fuel tank again. Upgrade my fuel tank.
I think I want the hexamatic aimbot. I think
I'm totally taking that Ripsaw.
You sort of laid claim to it, so I was going to let you have it.
I'm gonna stick that right at my very end. Like, feels like a very strong ending.
Blaze is nice, but I don't have any electric functions yet, so I'll take the chain lightning. So that and that. This one goes away, and I am gonna do my action. So I'm choosing to turn 90 degrees. I move 1 space forward and 2 spaces to the right.
Pushing us into it, huh?
So this is destroyed. And then I do chain lightning for nothing. And kaboom! Okay, so we've hit an escalation.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. Bring it.
So now we have to learn about damage, because the crystal shards explode. So everybody's going to draw 1 damage card, starting with first player.
Okay, are these... Oh, these are the damage cards. Yeah.
So damage cards have a few different types. There's system cards, slot cards, and glitch cards. So this is a slot card, so I have to roll a dice, a number die, and that determines it goes in slot 1. And now, instead of doing the function I had here, I have to do what the damage says.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Yeah.
And that is where that scrap function comes in. So now we can future scrap cards when we draft. Instead of putting it on our program, we can discard it to take the scrap actions. There's 2 types that allow you to repair or damage, and there's 2 types that allow you to swap the locations of two of your programs.
Yeah. Swap 2 undamaged slots, changing the order of your stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, so Dan, do you want to grab a damage card and see?
Not really, but what other choice do I have? Oops.
What'd you get? You also got a...
I also got a stuck controls.
So roll the number die.
3.
It goes on spot 3.
That would be this one.
So over your blaze. Evan?
Doesn't really hurt me. Except, of course, I'm not moving forward at all with this program.
There you go. This is what you drew. Another slot. Did these get shuffled?
Yeah, I shuffled them right before I drew.
Okay. So roll the number die.
It says rune die. Is the rune die the number die? No, it's this one.
Oh. No, that's when you actually take the action, you roll the rune die. Right now, you're just rolling the number die.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
So he's going to end up going in random directions.
5. I don't think I have anything in that one. I do not.
Okay. So you can't put anything into damage slots until you've repaired them.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. We have a new objective. Suddenly, we get minions. Yeah, they can only spawn in empty spaces. Also, only take 1 damage to kill. If they end their turn a space away from you, they damage you. So if you're adjacent to them at the end of their turn, damage you. So if you're adjacent to them at the end of their turn, they will do damage. We will roll a die, the ruin die, to determine which direction they travel. And that's based on the four colors on this compass here. So if it comes up red, they go east, green south, yellow west, and blue for north. Okay. So if we go back to our turn order thing over here. We now look, okay, now we have to worry about the minion phase. We don't have to worry about the danger phase yet. So it's going to be after we've done our actions, the minions will move, we'll spawn new minions, and the minions will attack. We do not have to worry about spawning minions for this tutorial, though. We'll skip that step. And they attack everything adjacent to them. Okay, so that's... It's now Dan's turn, because I already did my action. No, we finished. You do your program for what we already set.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that we weren't starting a new round here. So I deal 1 damage to everything within 1 range of me. Where am I? I'm here, so I actually do deal damage to this minion. And then I can turn in any direction and shoot diagonals. That does help us, because I can hit this guy because it's level 3. Let me just figure out what direction I'm facing.
Are you Tristan or?
I'm blue.
Oh yeah, it's Tristana or whatever her name is.
All right, we'll face that direction and then shoot lightning, and it should hit that one.
Yep. Actually, they technically go over here, but not that it matters yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Minion kills. Doom Tracker. Wait a second.
Oh, so you killed 2 on me.
I only killed 2. Yeah. So that means Evan also goes, since you were first player, right?
Yep.
All right. Would you guys be upset if I shifted you this way?
That's fine.
Would it ruin any future plans?
I mean, I literally cannot move until I repair. I can only turn and shoot. So, no. It would not ruin any of my future plans.
Alright, so we're going to rotate 90. And then I'm going to go forward 2. And then my chain lightning go off, so I'll get that 1 minion. Where are we putting them? Right back in the bag?
Over here. On the little doom in the right.
The minion kills board kind of next to you.
Oh, that's where the doom track is. I don't like that.
Yeah, whatever it's called, a doom track, you know.
Alright, now this is where I...
You roll this rune die.
Move a random direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's red?
It's red.
So you're moving east, so towards you.
So you move back to the space that you started in. That's great. Sure.
And then Ripsaw goes off and does nothing.
Right.
Okay, so now it's Minion's turn. Now they roll the rune die. And they move 1 space in that direction.
All of them, or just...
Yep, all of them.
Okay.
And then we go again. So yeah, as I said, it starts you off very light, and it just gradually builds. We're still on the very light tutorial.
Okay, yeah, no minions spawned because we're still in tutorial mode. So I'm first player. We're dealing 5 cards. I don't have anything to adjust that. Let me see what we got here, because I get to pick 2 of these. Man, those are some cool gear cards. Somebody else can have the scythe. I already destroy everything nearby me because of the hexametric aimbot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take that scythe.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I don't need more cyclotron. I've already maxed out that. I think I'm going to take one of the skewers, and I'll let you guys pick.
I'll take the skewer.
Okay, so I'm left with a second card. Let me see what I want here. I mean, I think I'll just take hexametric aimbot to upgrade, probably.
Well, you could always take one to scrap it to fix your movement.
I don't think I'm going to fix my movement this turn. No, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Oh, by the way, you might want to read the little text at the bottom of the skewer. So if you kill a minion using skewer, it goes on that card.
Place it on this card before drawing damage. Oh, it prevents a point of damage if it's if there's a minion being stored on it.
Yep, you basically use it as a shield. A living shield. Or maybe not living anymore.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna put some movement right there after the turn in any direction card that I've got.
Good idea. Okay, so this last card goes away, and Dan, you do your program.
Okay, step 1, kill everything within 2 of me. That's this guy.
One target within 2 spaces, but yeah.
Yeah. That's this guy. Then I have to rotate 90 degrees, so we'll just rotate this way. Then it doesn't matter because I can turn in any direction, so we'll turn back this way. And then my lightning fires off with a distance of 3 and hits this.
Yay! So that's the tutorial.
Do you proceed to the next whatever, or do I finish my turn before new enemies show up? Because technically I have to move now.
We finished the scenario, so we would actually open the envelope for the next scenario.
Oh.
And set up for scenario... Well, technically scenario 1. Mission 1, right?
Mistakes were made.
So I see lots of minions and I see a bomb.
Yep, there is a bomb. So, we have to either push or tow the bomb to the repair pad, which is this blue. So, pushing is just, you move into it, you push it. Towing, if you are adjacent it, you can tow, but it takes 2 movement to move 1 space. And that 2 movement has to be from 1 card. You can't do it with, you combine multiple slots to do it. So, we start in one of these 4 spots, facing whatever direction we want. And we have to start keeping track of our minion kills. For every 5th minion kill, we get a gear. So we get this little gear, and it'll go on the gear track for every 5 minions we've killed. And why is that important? Because we have something called a schematic card, which should be in front of you. So those schematic cards can be activated once you've reached the number of gears equal to the bottom right corner of the card. So mine can be activated at turn once we've gotten 4 gear.
So we can flip them over and look at them now.
Yep. So Dan only has to have 3 gears.
Mine's called Kaboom, and there's a bomb in this scenario. I am not responsible for any mistakes or accidents that might occur because of this.
Yeah. We also have to put a ring on the 5 spot of the Doom track.
I don't like that.
That represents the structural integrity of the bomb.
I see.
So it can take 5 damage.
I see. What's up with this board?
No, I don't know. This board doesn't exist in the physical game. So I'm not sure. Unless that's something to automatically track to handle the gears. So, there's a couple new spots on the board. Underneath all these minions are ruins. Those are the spawn points where their new minions will come out. There's a repair pad where if your mech moves onto a repair pad, you heal 1 damage. You can actually use it multiple times in a turn if you go back and forth. There's the oil slick. If you step on the oil slick, you just slide to the other side of it. And that bomb will do the same thing. The minions will do the same thing on those.
So this scenario sounds like 2 of us are going to go clear minions and 1 person's going to move the bomb.
Potentially.
No, no, no. We're all just gonna destroy each other. This is true.
Dan's gonna blow up the bomb.
Yep.
Dan's the Mad Bomber.
Uh-huh.
He's the company man again.
Yep.
We will be doing 2 drafts in a row now. So we do draft 5 cards and then draft another set of 5 cards.
So, question: what's this mini glass that's over here?
I'm sorry. This thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That looks like a draft timer to me. It looks like a tool that was added to the TTS mod.
That is exactly what it is. The draft is supposed to be timed after the first tutorial.
Oh.
And here I thought it was gonna be something bad, like, and we have 20 minutes to solve this.
Movement, spawning. So, in this mission, minions are gonna spawn at every rune space. Normally, you roll a dice to see where they spawn, but not for this mission. They spawn at every rune space that's empty. So we're gonna get a lot of minions.
Oh dear Lord, that sounds terrible.
Okay, and that's all we need to know for now.
All right, decks are shuffled. Do you want to start this nonsense?
Yep. Should we do the timer? Yeah.
Well, I don't think we need the timer.
Sure.
Do we?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Evan picks a card.
Oh, my first now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna... Well, crap. This is now hard. This and then another set, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna take the movement. Movement is never bad.
You're taking the Omni Stomp. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna stick it right in front.
I'm gonna take the Ripsaw.
There is no other movement. Scythe is a turn.
Yep.
I guess I'll take the Scythe.
Alright, I'm gonna take the aimbot.
Okay, this one goes away. Then we deal 5 more.
Since Evan just picked, do we start with you now?
I think so. We could just go with that.
There's 2 memory cores. That's good.
I've got to take a forward movement.
Well, I've got a turn here, so I will also take a forward movement.
Ah, that memory core might... Yeah, I'm gonna take a memory core.
I will take the Chain Lightning.
Okay, and then this is discarded. Alright, so now we get to set up our programs.
Yep.
Well, I told you guys I would do it, so I'm gonna set myself up to be on bomb duty. I'm not gonna move it until next turn, though. Unless somebody else has got a better plan for it.
No, that's fine.
I'm almost just want to kind of run around with them.
You're gonna run around.
The minions out there.
If all the spawn points spawn minions every single round, there's gonna be a shizzle ton of them.
A shizzle?
Yep, a shizzle.
That's the technical term.
Uh-huh. Alright, I guess we're ready to roll.
Yep. Evan, go ahead and do your commands.
Alright, so I can either move one space forward or direction. I think I'm just going to go forward. And then I have to rotate 90. And then I do damage.
Okay. I'm going to get a nice quick start. I'm moving forward 2. I am killing 1 target in the same line. So I can kill the first target in the line. And then my Chain Lightning does nothing.
First blood! I'm going to start by turning, and then my speed allows me to move 1 or 2 spaces. I'll move just 1 this turn. That'll put me behind the bomb, and I'll start pushing it next turn.
So, minion movement. For this scenario, the minions always move towards the bomb. If it's equal distance, they always move either green or blue direction, so north or south. So, we'll start with
Yeah, these guys just move forward, I think, at this
And
point.
this guy slides over this oil slick. And then we spawn new minions
Oh my lord, there are going to be lots of...
on all the rune spaces. Yep.
So is there a point that we can, like, we die? Like, if our board gets filled with damage, are we, like, done?
We technically cannot die. Although if the bomb gets destroyed, we lose.
Yeah. We might hit a game state that appears to be unwinnable as well, I imagine.
I don't think I've ever had that happen, unless.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear.
So only one kill so far. We will now draft again. So we deal 5 cards. I want to move forward more, unless somebody needs to move forward.
If I get another move forward card, I can push the bomb an extra space this turn.
Okay, you can. Actually, there's 2 of them. I might take the Omni Stomp if you can take the Blaze.
Yeah, that's...
What? Oh no, I'll take the Blaze. You can have the Omni Stomp. That gives you more flexibility.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take that.
So I think I might take the Scythe.
Okay, so my last one is going to be Cyclotron, I guess. I suppose I'll take it, put it over top my, Well, actually, Chain Lightning's pretty good. I'll put it here. Okay, so I am first to do my movement. I move 1 or 2 spaces forward. Bum bum.
So we don't do the double draft again?
Oh yeah, we do double draft. I forgot. Thank you.
Oh man, we do the double draft.
Dan, I'll let you choose first.
Yeah, that's not on my board yet. That's important.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can pick... Oh man, I had to pick a memory core and stuff it underneath.
Yeah, if you don't take the memory core, I'm going to take it and put underneath my movement. But if you take it, I'm going to take the other Scythe, so...
Okay, I'm actually thinking I want the Cyclotron the most.
Okay, so I'm going to take the memory core so I can put it underneath.
I am going to take Chain Lightning.
I mean, I could power up Scythe. That seems pretty cool, right? Yeah, that seems pretty cool. So we ramp up really quickly, but there's a lot of enemies to deal with. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
Okay. So first, I'm moving forward 2 spaces. And then I get to move forward 1 space, so it kills this guy. And then kill 1 to my left and right. And then I get to kill 1 directly in front of me. And then I get to kill 1 diagonally, which none are. Oh, I have to turn 9 degrees. Okay.
Potentially next turn, Dan, I'm actually going to get in front of you, and I'm going to plow the road.
That sounds great.
So my Chain Lightning does nothing yet, so that's my actions.
Okay, let's see how this will work. Step 1, I turn. I'm going to turn just towards the bomb. Step 2, move 2 spaces. So I'm going to push the bomb a space.
Hold on.
Yep.
That triggers the next escalation.
What?
This is when the sand timer would come in. Now our drafts should be timed.
Okay. What happens with this escalation?
Now we have a Ross condition. Game over. If the bomb reaches 0 health, you lose. We already knew that. Actually, so not much new. It's just telling us, which I already told you. I shouldn't have told you yet, but...
Okay. All right. So my Omni Stomp, I'm going to push the bomb forward 1 more space.
You're actually gonna get out ahead of me.
And now my cyclotron executes and like shocks a bunch of hexes that are currently empty.
Okay. Well, we might have a problem. Evan, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to slide 2.
Turn 90. Okay.
Turn 90. And what was next for me? Damage.
Actually, you have to turn 90 twice.
And then damage.
And now, unfortunately, minions move. And they all move towards the bomb and attack.
So, can a minion go into a minion?
No. I don't believe they can. If I remember right, they cannot.
Just a second. I'm going to grab all 4 of these.
Actually, let's double check. Okay, minions move and then they spawn. Uh-oh. This is not looking good. Oops.
Oh, they only attack after they spawn, so...
Yeah, now they attack. Do damage to all adjacent mechs, including the bomb.
So the bomb is taking 2 of its 5 damage right now?
Yep, and I'm taking 2 damage.
That's not good.
So what's my first damage? It's a glitch. I had to swap my 3 and 4. That's not a huge deal. And that card goes away. Next damage is another glitch. I have to swap my 1 and 2. Again, not a big deal.
Okay.
I lucked out.
Kind of ideal with what you had.
Yep. Dan is now first.
So, what happens when I push the bomb into a minion? Just curious. Is the minion dead? Does the bomb take damage?
That is a good question. And I do not see it at a glance. I think the minion dies.
I mean, it makes sense. A big bomb's rolling over him.
Yeah. As opposed to a minion hitting it with an axe. Let's just go with the minion dies. It might be wrong, but whatever. I don't want to hold up the game.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a... Unless somebody else wants this cyclotron, I'll take it for upgrade purposes.
That's fine.
So I'm going to take the aim bot, I believe.
The hexamatic?
Yeah. I just got to decide if I'm upgrading or which one I'm upgrading.
Fair enough.
I'm going to take the chain light. Actually, I think I need the turn. Yeah.
Okay, I think I go with the chain lightning here. Yeah, I think I go with the chain lightning here.
I think I'm gonna go take a skewer. Probably for movement, but we'll figure that out in a minute.
It's not what I wanted, but I'll take a flame spitter.
Well, I'll take a scythe. Sorry, Evan, you get a second skewer.
This one looks good.
It might not work as well as I thought, but oh well.
Okay, here goes nothing. My scythe isn't super effective. I face any direction, and then I could kill 3 targets that are adjacent to me, but there is only 1. That does net us our first gear thingy. The next thing that happens to me is chain lightning. There are no targets for me to chain lightning, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
1 space forward or to either side. So I'm going to push the bomb into the enemies.
Somebody has to get in front of you and start wiping these people out.
Yeah, you guys both need to clear the way. Otherwise, it's going to take 3 damage at the end of the turn, and we're going to be done right there. I was too efficient at pushing the bomb. I apologize.
Why were you so efficient, Dan?
Let's see. What can I do here? Cyclotron allows me to turn. There we go. And then I shock 2 diagonals out. So I just kill this 1 extra guy. And that's it for me.
Okay, Evan.
So I'm going to slide 2 this way. So that gets rid of this guy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes there.
Then you can turn.
I'll rotate this way. Then I have to rotate again, but I can kill this one.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I move forward 1.
Uh-huh.
And then I can kill 1 target within 2 range.
So you can kill the one in front of the bomb.
It doesn't really matter which one I kill of these 2.
No.
So, we'll kill this one.
Okay, that, boom. We're geared level 2.
Level 2. Alright, let's see how much damage you can do here.
Unfortunately, not a lot. I didn't do this
I'm
well.
almost in front of you now.
So I move forward 1. I turn 90 degrees. I,
Ripsaw.
shoot the guy. Flamethrower, unfortunately, doesn't work right now.
Yeah, flamethrower doesn't do anything. Uh-huh. Cyclotron at level
nothing close
1
enough.
does nothing, yeah.
And my chain lightning, nothing close enough. Ugh. Not well planned for my turn. So next, we, the minions move.
And this whole line doesn't move, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're all backed up, more or less.
And then we spawn more minions.
And then the minions deal damage. Looks like you take another point, Nathan.
I take a damage up.
And then the bomb takes 2.
Yep, we're not doing well. What did I get? I have to roll for which slot it goes in. 5. It goes in slot 5.
And then we get a extra card on this one.
So 6 total.
Alright, so I'm gonna take... I don't know what to take. I might take that scythe to upgrade that. Plus it gets me to face whatever direction I want. So could I take a card that might have like a scrap for repair 1 damage and do that even though I don't have any damage?
Don't think so. I'm gonna take this cyclotron.
I'm thinking speed. I am.
I'm gonna take the memory core then.
Okay, those 2 go away and we deal 6 more. I will take... I want to really upgrade my flame spitter. I think I'll upgrade my flame spitter some more.
I'll take a ripsaw.
I'm gonna take the aimbot.
Speed, I guess.
I guess I'll take the... oh, no, that
Oh,
one's
nope,
gone.
that's it.
Those 2 are gone. Both of them.
Okay.
So this is a very make or break turn here.
Yeah, it is.
Now Dan, could you just straight up move the bomb 4 squares?
I placed speed on my program, so I can rotate in any direction and move forward 3 to 6 spaces as my first 2 actions.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I can get the bomb to the repair pad. So all you guys have to do is blow up. I mean, you don't even have to blow up that many minions. Just go wild. Do whatever.
I'm gonna slide 2 this way. Those makes me go 1 more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3 there. Sure, 90 or 180. So there's my 90.
Face any direction, destroy 3 things.
So I'll stay wherever I'm at. I'll clear the 3 here. Forward a space. And then I can kill something.
Any one target within 3.
We'll get this guy.
Okay, that's another set of 5.
Look at us, level 3.
Level 3, which means Dan's ability is unlocked. Nearest target in every direction at a range of 8. Wow.
Yeah, I explode. Go figure. Kaboom.
Just what you want for somebody standing next to a bomb.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am gonna go... Yeah, I can go up to 4 spaces. 1... And I slide, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I kill all 4 of these. Come on, pick up.
It's a nice move there.
Okay. And then I turn 90 degrees. And then Ripsaw to kill this guy. And we are at level 4. So that's unlocked. I can't use it yet, but okay, then I do Flamethrower. Level 3. So, do I kill anything?
I think both of these.
Yep, I kill both of those. The board's a little clearer now. I turn 90 degrees. I'll turn back this way. And then face any direction, all diagonal targets within 3 range.
It's actually this guy. Yep.
Okay. Where'd all the minions go?
Hey, it went from really bad to still kind of bad.
Still kind of bad, but okay. So I go ahead.
Yep.
First is Scythe, so I scythe this guy.
Come on, Dan, be a hero.
Then I move 3 to 6 spaces. It says, I think I'll move, what is that, 3? 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 spaces exactly. That's between 3 and 6.
Woohoo! So, that was end of mission 1.
I understand how you've talked about this game in the past, where you say that, it feels really powerful at the end.
Yeah. Let's just
glance at this.
Glance at the next one.
Okay, sure.
They're gonna go random directions now. We have to, I believe, retrieve all the crystals and bring them back to the school.
Are the crystals moved like the bomb in the last one, where we have to push and or drag them?
I believe we just have to land on them to pick them up, and then but if we ever take any damage, we drop them.
Okay, that seems fair enough.
And all the minions go towards the school.
So they're all just going to be flooding into this.
Correct.
Cool.
So, yeah.
But the minions are going to be moving. They're not moving in random directions because they're headed towards the school. The spawns are random, though?
The spawns are random.
And then the lose is what?
Oh, apparently the school is on fire as well.
Oh, of course.
And that's why we're getting the crystals, something to do with putting out the fire. The school starts with a health of 1.
Man, the school starts with a health of 1. Is there any margin of error here?
Especially with this one right here.
There's supposed to be one there? There's no guy there.
Oh, but there could be. It's a spawn point.
Oh, yeah. We don't know actually the fail state until we get to the escalation.
Okay, fair enough. So there is no fail state until, like, we pick up a crystal, probably.
Something like that. Some of the scenarios involve fire and lava and all sorts of interesting things, and there is a little extra mystery box. If you have the physical game, then that secret box has a big axe sticking out of it to give you a hint of what's in it.
An axe. Okay.
Yep.
That just means to me that there's something evil inside.
So, yeah, that was Mechs versus Minions. What'd you guys think?
I actually dig it. I haven't really discovered a program movement game that I liked before. But this one seemed okay. I mean, the co-op was good. The fact that you have the option of, like, trading cards out for different cards actually helps a lot. Like, you can change what's in your program like 3 different ways, because you can upgrade a card, change it into something else. You can swap a pile out for a new pile of a different element or whatever that symbol is at the top of the card, right? And then there you have the option of drafting a card just to allow you to swap 2 piles somewhere on your board if you're really desperate for changing your plan. But I didn't find changing the plan was the best option. Usually, just making the plan more powerful was better.
Yeah, make it more flexible.
I have a feeling that starting with like this mission, swapping the plan would have been more prevalent, because it seems like there's going to be a lot more than the straight back and forth like we had in the last 2.
I mean, yeah, what do you call it? The minions are just going to keep coming because we spawn some number of minions at the end of each turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then damage is going to be more prominent because of that, more than likely.
It definitely ramps up, and then initially you're like doing nothing. Then later in the game, you can kill sometimes 10 minions in one turn.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the power ramp there at the end of the last round, where, like, you know, the bomb had like 2 hit points left, and then, like, you know, you killed like 5 minions on your turn. Evan also killed like 4 minions on his turn, and if Evan hadn't killed the minions that were in front of the bomb, I would have just mowed them over on my turn.
This one's got a really good it's a good blend of the programming, and it's a not boring tower defense game too. So
yeah, I'll agree with that statement.
I also mentioned that there's a couple hints of things to come showing. So if you notice on our Doom track over here, or either our gear track, there's something called overdrive when we hit 15 gears. So that's when we killed 75 minions.
Man, I mean, I can scarcely believe that many minions are destroyed in a single map, but if they keep on adding tiles, then yeah, I can believe that happens.
And there's these runes and rune coins that'll come into play later.
So I have to ask, in the physical copy, how many minions do they give you?
For the price of the game, it's quite a lot, and there's like 3 different sculpts for them. They're fairly small.
There are 100 minions, according to BGG.
That sounds about right.
Cool. All right, I guess we're going to say thanks for watching, and this was Mechs vs. Minions. Check out the rest of the channel.